Alright, so good afternoon everyone. Welcome to the All-in-One Exercise Bench HIIT Express. I am Al Smith, and what we're going to do today is go through a simple class overview as far as what we do. So for the All-in-One HIIT Express, what we will be looking at is, what is the All-in-One Exercise Bench? How does it work? How is it going to benefit you? Where does it come in? Why is it different from anything else that's already out there? Then we're going to look at what is HIIT. HIIT is high intensity interval training. It's a common training modality, but not a lot of people use it. But HIIT is integrated into this workout, and that's what gives it its nice intense pump. And then we're going to look at what is the class format. How is this class formatted so that we can see what's the best way to maintain safety. And additionally, how will you be transitioning from one exercise to the next? What's always important to me as well is being safe. You'll see that we always train hard, but we always train safe. So we'll go over some basic safety rules. From there, we will look at the basic performing of the exercise. We will have about, if I remember correctly, about 4 or 5 exercises, so we'll go through those, give you proper form, and some stuff you'll know, some stuff you'll be like, oh, I never knew that. And be like, yeah, I'll correct you on that. And lastly, we're going to put it all together. So with that, let's get ready, and here we go. In getting started, we're going to say, what is the All-in-One Exercise Bench? All-in-One Exercise Bench was something that I created back in May of 2016 with my partner, somebody at the gym that was randomly training with me, and in the locker room we're saying, hey, look, you know, we have this idea, and he sees me on the elliptical every day, I see him training, and we're like, let's do it. And so we finally did it. But it's something I had been putting together, and after my 30 years of being in the gym, just watching it, what you will see in the bench is that it takes a lot of the basic exercises and combines them into one. Because at the end of the day, when you've done this long enough, you'll see most of the exercises are the same, which is interesting about fitness equipment. Like, they will build an individual piece for everything, and you don't need that much. Especially like bicep training, you only go 2 movements with the bicep. You don't need to do 10,000 exercises for the bicep. 1, 2, that's it. So simplifying it. So that's what I've turned into there. And it released January 2017. They arrived January 2017. That was a happy day. Got it loaded, got ready to go and send it out, and nobody knew about it. So that's what this is. How do we promote it? How are we going to be able to help people? So, in addition, what's going to be some of the benefits to it? One of the primary benefits when I wanted to put this together was, if you're going to pay this much, you know, at least $100 for a piece of equipment, it should be able to do more than one thing. And it originally started as an idea, as what I was calling it a V-cut machine to train abs. You haven't seen that part yet, but it works as an ab trainer. And I'm like, okay, if it does an ab trainer, my friend was like, you know what? I need a hip thruster. Have you seen the hip thrusters? Where they get on there and they put these heavy weights on there, and they're like, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna get hurt. You know, they put all this heavy bar, it doesn't make sense. So it works as a hip thruster. It also works as a preacher curl bench. You've seen them? Too easy, too doggone easy. Also works as a power sled. Strap it on, you can push it or pull it. You can also use the Roman chair. So, you know, when you lean over and you need a Roman chair, we'll do some of those. So all of that is already tied into this single machine. But what that means is, with all of those options, we can do over 200 exercises. Hoorah! Right there. In your home, in your apartment, or anywhere you want to use it. In fact, I'll probably have to edit this out. Where you're planning, I'd like to, that lot down there is my lot as well. So I'm trying to go set up so we can do it on the lot, or in the yard, or also on the lake. So you can train anywhere. If you've seen some of the promo videos, you'll see that I shoot on the lake, so you can carry it with you. It normally has wheels. But I didn't have wheels this time. So what I did, if I get back on track and start, digressing, edit. So what I did was consolidate it to still some of the most basic exercises, because what people always tell me is, what's one of your biggest concerns when you exercise, or one of the biggest reasons you think that people say they don't exercise? What's one of the biggest reasons?
Time.
Oh, I'm so glad you got that right, because if you would have said, because I mean, Twinkies and Ho-Hos all the time, I'd be like, oh, it's done. Exactly. Time, right?
Yeah.
Time, and it's how do we make this quick? How do we get it going quick? And one of the biggest misconceptions about training is people think you have to be in there all day. They're like, gym. Ow! How often do you go to the gym? I'm like, you know what? I usually only have to train for like 30 minutes. It usually takes me longer to get to the gym than I actually have to spend time in the gym. But you know what happens? We end up jaw-jacking up in there. You know, and people, they bring their whole day in here. So I'm like, all right, let's just consolidate this. Let's get it into at least a 15-minute workout. We can do a 15-minute workout and actually make it effective. If we get right to it, we can make it work. So what I recommend to actually have an effective workout is 30 to 45 minutes. All right, 30 to 45 minutes. That's what our express workout is going to be. So our routines for the All-in-1 Express workout, they are based on what I mentioned, the TrainChange fitness strategy, as well as the HIIT routines. So just for the technical piece of it, the TrainChange fitness strategy, it takes the science of increasing your VO2 max, fat oxidation, your type A, type B muscle fibers. It incorporates all of that into strategy. But I shield you from that by just putting it into the workout because it's boring. That's where my nerd side kicks in and I just love this stuff. I'm like, who wants to learn about that? Let's just work out. So I incorporate that with a HIIT routine. And we're going to learn in a second what exactly is HIIT. But that is the impetus for the all-in-one bench. Hoorah! We all good?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So what is HIIT? HIIT is known as high intensity interval training. It is designed to stimulate your muscles, and it encourages fat burning by increasing fat oxidation or VO2 max, because it's essentially, when you do cardio, you are increasing your VO2 max. Your body has to convert fat into energy. Boy, it's hard to stay on topic in here, but because here's what I'll focus on. A lot of times when you're at the gym and you'll see people working out, I know I'm going to get called out on this one. Ooh, trainers are going to be mad. Even some of you guys might be mad, but I'm going to help you out. I'm going to give you the real stuff. You have a trainer sitting there and make somebody do planking. And if their goal is to lose weight, to burn fat, planking ain't doing nothing for you. Okay? Planking's not doing anything for you. If you are that's a very sport-specific exercise. But if you're trying to build muscle, burn fat, you need to increase your cardiovascular. And that's all it comes down to at the end of the day. How do we increase our energy expenditure and our muscle, stimulate our muscle growth? So with HIIT, we use light weights with high repetition. Light weights, high repetition, but we are always under control, always under control. Now with those light weights, we also want to have minimal rest intervals, because those minimal rest intervals will make us do what? It brings up our cardio. So we're killing two birds, one stone. Bam, that's how we're being efficient. We're lifting weights and we're getting in cardio. That's how we start reducing our time so that you don't have to be on the elliptical and then hit the weights afterwards. Is it the most efficient workout? No. Is it for a bodybuilder? No. This is for average people that just want to stay in shape, to squeeze it in. Lastly, low impact. Oh my gosh. New craze going out where people are doing the craziest things. You always see them jumping, doing this and that. And when you've been doing this for 30 years, I'm going to tell you right now, you can't do that for 30 years. Your joints cannot take it. You know? And if you talk to any gymnast or any professional athlete after a while, you get sore. But no one sees that when they're young. It just looks cool to do a lot of this stuff. So we use a lot of low impact. Now, with all of this, we want to have constant activity and keep our heart rate elevated throughout our workout. So that's why we're going to shift from one to the next. And what that means is we are going to do, for this class, what is it? It's 1 minute exercise, 30-second rest. 1 minute exercise, 30-second rest. I typically do, when I'm at home, I'll do 2 minutes, but I don't want you guys looking all embarrassed on camera. No, all-in-one. You should buy one. You should really buy one. No, I want you to still look cute at the same time. Okay? So we'll do 1 minute exercise, 30-second rest. But what you want to do is take your muscles to fatigue. Don't cheat yourself. But it's up to you. Rest when you need to. All right, so for our class format, here's how it's going to work. So specifically for the All-in-1 Express, it's going to be individual circuit training done on one machine. A lot of times when we see circuit training, you have to go from circuits, and you don't have to. And what happens is you see that in the gym. Biggest pet peeve. Oh my gosh, don't ever do this. Someone's working out over here, set their towel down, and they're working out over here. No. You can't be two places at once. Why? Once again, that chews up our time, right? That all contributes to time. Of course, that's why people don't have enough time to get their workout done. So, teaching you how to stay within your space, maximize your workouts, and consolidate your workout into a single routine. From there, we are going to use resistance bands. In the black bags. And then, so inside there are resistance bands. And I have to admit, having, and I'm still a dumbbell type of guy, I was like, ugh, resistance bands. I did not want to jump over to that resistance bands. How was your resistance band workout when you?
It was good.
Yeah, I got you, right?
I was a little jealous.
That's right.
A lot of jealous.
So for make sure it's Lindsay, just to make sure I know it's so uniquely spelled. So Lindsay, you will see her on it. She actually helped me when I first started, and you don't realize it. You're gonna see yourself again. You're like, oh damn, there I am again. So you're out here. So we're gonna use the resistance bands, and what that allows us to do is we get into high intensity once again without using a lot of crazy weight. But they give you a good burn. And one of the cool things about these resistance bands, they aren't color-coded. How much should I be lifting? Red? No, you should be lifting blue. No, that's way too complicated. So with these resistance bands, 25 pounds, 20 pounds, 5 pounds. So there are numbers on there, right? It makes sense. Isn't it just isn't this just logical, So those are our resistance bands. And the next integration, which is so cool, because I was like, all right, if I got all of these weights and I'm doing this, and I'm a huge cardio advocate, and I'm like, how do you get in cardio? I'm like, what else can I add in? And I said, how about sliders? I wasn't even a cardio slider person. Could you yes? I'm like, oh please, they just want to sell somebody some stuff, right? And I'm like, but now we have integrated cardio sliders, and they actually work. That's what the whiteboard is for. So now we aren't just getting in the cardio from the HIIT. We've taken it up a notch, because I don't play around. We are taking it up a notch. All right. So one thing that we'll need to keep in mind, which you will have to become familiar with if you haven't used resistance bands before, is learning how to adjust the weight. Let's see. How to adjust your resistance. Because this actually took me a while to figure out as well. Just a really quick demonstration. Because when you typically have your free weights, you have enough gravity to go against you. But the quick way to adjust your weight, or the resistance, on here, ooh, I'm not locked in. So I'll embarrass myself. Give me a second, I gotta lock this in here. That's gonna pop on. That's the quick way to lock them in. And I struggled with this at the beginning. Quickest way to adjust your waist if you're here, Not heavy enough? You roll it. And now you're increasing your weight. So I have a 20 on the resistance bands. And if I need more, just roll. I know, right? Yeah. And if you need to take if it's getting too hard, let it come out some more. And that way you're able to keep pushing without having to set it down or constantly stop. That allows you to go to total muscle fatigue. That's how we adjust our weight. All right. So we are going to have a goal of getting a nice muscle burn. That's what we want to have, a nice muscle burn. So we roll, unroll. And you should be burning at about 3/4 of the way through your exercise. If you're not burning by the end of your exercise, you're slacking. And if you're slacking, just admit it. Say, I'm taking a rest this time. But don't be like, I'm working so hard, I'm not getting any results. Because you might work at it. So, we are going to select one or more bands for your workout. I don't even have to change the bands. Once I, trainer technique, it moves everything around. I don't really change the bands. I'll get maybe a 30 or a 20, depends what it is. And that pretty much works. It pretty much works. So you can adjust the speed if you need to go work faster or slower. So with this level of flexibility, it's targeted, it's directed, it's giving you what you want, but it's still flexible enough so that you can grow with it, but easy enough even for beginners. So we can totally design either a total body workout, which is what we're going to go through today, total body meaning upper body, lower body, cardio workout, or you can go specific. You can do 8 biceps in a row. You can do an all leg day if you want. You can do all cardio if you want. All right? So the participants will perform a specific number of exercises. Like I said, I believe today we have about 4 or 5 in this routine. I can't remember. But you want it to go for about 30 to 45 minutes. And you will have about 3 to 5 training rounds. We will see how it goes. We'll aim for 3. Maybe we'll hit 5. Maybe we'll hit 5. The other beauty is, because it's so flexible, you can either attend class live, or we can do it online, because we will have people watching through a webcam. We may even do a Facebook Live, if you want. We might do a Facebook Live, and we can also do pre-recorded ones. All right? So these are the options. Now, what's going to happen is, as we go through the exercise, you're going to see a picture of the exercise on the screen, and then there's also going to be a countdown timer. So you'll know what exercise you're about to do, and then you are going to see what the start position is and what the end position is. And one of the things I teach in the book, TrainChange, one part of the strategy is, what's really important for training? Know where you're going before you get there. That's a core principle for life and for training. In other words, if you walk into the gym and you're like, what am I going to do today? It's too late. Because you're just going to be making stuff up. Oh, I should do this. I should do that. And you're just making stuff up. Know where you're going before you get there. See, there's a consistency in the time. So for us, we will have pre-designated places where these are going to be locked in at. Because we're going to know what our routine is. So we'll know that we'll need one here. We're going to need one right about here. And one down here. So as we start a routine, you're just like, oh, that exercise is on, clip, clip, here. Take off, clip, clip, here. That keeps us moving. That keeps us moving. And of course I had to add in, instructor may or may not participate. Depends on how tired I feel. Depends on which day it is. So, and that's really what it's meant to be. So that you can, as an instructor or a trainer, you can teach it and do it, or just sit back and do the online personal training, like training clients from home. With all of this, we always train safe. You'll hear that in the next part. We train fast, but we always train safe. Don't want to do this. Don't want to. Because when you're doing that, you're dissipating the energy. It's getting lost into your joints. So you want to keep it focused. You want to keep it focused and structured. So no bouncing. No, oh yeah, this, Never. Love this at the gym, right? Whoa, never. No jerky movements. Once again, when in doubt, slow down and focus on your form. When in doubt, slow down and focus on your form, because it's not a race. This is the only person you're competing against right now is yourself. Hoorah, hoorah. Rest when you need to. No shame in your game, because if you need rest, that means you're working hard. And if you're like me and you just start sweating all over the place, excuse me, check the floor, make sure you're not slippery. So for our performing the exercises, all of this comes back down to train smarter, not harder. Once again, those heavy weights, you don't need heavy weights. If you want to do this for a long term, if you want lifestyle, you don't need heavy weights, all right? No crazy amount of weights. What you primarily need to do, as we're saying, stimulate the muscle and cardio beyond your normal working level. So always make progress. Always set a goal of making progress. And I tell people, 2 weeks. Give yourself about 2 weeks. And when making progress, that's when you should gauge it. Not every day, not every week, not once a month, but about 2 weeks is how long it takes your muscles to adapt. If you aren't seeing anything in about 2 weeks, something's not right. You need to go back and adjust that. But how do we do this? We need to be consistent in our training, but at the same time, we need intelligent change. Woo! What does that mean? That's a big one. So consistent, because I have people at all ends of the spectrum. I have people that will do cardio 5 days in a row, on the elliptical. Can't do it. You're ripping up your legs. That's a high impact. You don't want to be that consistent, so you have to be smart about it. At the same time, you have to be able to change it up. So intelligent change. So you want to mix up your routines and integrate them properly. It's more important to master the form. It's more important to master the form than to do a whole bunch of exercises. One of my favorite quotes by one of my favorite people, I'm talking fast, let me slow down. I gotta change the pitch now, because that's what I'll keep you engaged. One of my favorite people is Bruce Lee. And one of the best quotes was that he said, I don't fear a person that has practiced 1,000 kicks. I fear the person that has practiced one kick 1,000 times. Because you get the form. And what happens is, when we go to the gym, we try all this new stuff. Why? Because we read it in the magazine. And magazines go through this sequence of print or publish. They have to come out with new stuff because that's how they sell magazines. But we're in there doing this stuff, and a lot of the stuff, the models don't really use. And if they do use it, they're models, and they're not in the same time crunch as you anyway. So they can do unilateral bicep, single-legged, because they have all the time in the world, So that's what it's about, training smart. And we don't want to overtrain. Usually it takes about your muscles, about 48 hours of recovery time. So give yourself about 48 hours of recovery time. All right. Basic quote, stick with the basics, do them well, every day. Getting closer, putting it all together. Here it is. I know you're getting antsy. I know. So here it is. So we only have 3 basic positions. Try to keep it simple. So calling it the high bar on the home edition. You guys don't have a high bar because this is the express edition. Just notice that. But you have your high placement, and then you have your middle bar, all right? And then followed by your low bar. So that's where we will be placing our pegs in. So there's our basic exercise. So there's our basic exercise, what it's going to look like when we start putting it all together. Before your workout routine comes on the screen, you're going to see the basic start position and the end position. That's it. Try to keep it simple. There's a lot of information. You guys just took in a whole bunch of information, but that's really at the end of the day. So we're going to wrap it up by simply saying, we want to train fast, we want to train hard, but we want to train safe. Hoorah! Hoorah! That's what I'm talking about. Now we want our muscles to burn so that about 3/4 of the way to the exercise, we are getting it in, right? All right, and we are going to adjust our resistance as needed, no slacking, no cheating. So now that you have all of that, we're about to get it done with the all-in-one, all right? All right. Woo, thank you guys very much.
I'm excited.
Here you go.
I'm excited. It sounds perfect for me. It sounds like it's exactly what you need.
Right? Yeah, I know, right?